Hey fam. So tonight, baby, we're trying something new tonight. We are actually expanding over to the Facebook realm. So we are not only live on Instagram, but we are also live on Facebook tonight. So we're trying to, and this was we got some feedback and we have been doing some stuff throughout the week and talking to people, and a lot of people are on Facebook instead of Instagram and vice versa. So anyway, welcome to tonight's Tuesday Talk.
Right. So try to do the best of both worlds. Give it a couple of minutes. Let you guys get yourself together. Come on here.
Hey Richard, how are you doing? I think Richard would be a good person too. He's married, to know about things that married couples deal with and go through and stuff like that. That's what we talk about on this show.
Right.
So we can go ahead and get started, baby.
All right. How does that work, babe? 1 second.
What?
Tap to invite a viewer.
Oh, that's if we want people to come in, just like on Instagram.
Okay.
So, hey Theta, how are you? So, you want me to introduce it? Okay. So tonight, this is what we're talking about. What's going on, Carrie? Tonight, this is what we're talking about. Okay. We're talking about people, and I'm not going to say man or women, that get into a bad relationship and continue to be in a bad relationship until they just wear themselves down and out. And when it's finally over, they find that good person and they treat that good person badly because they don't trust, they don't know what's going on, they don't know what to believe, and they leave so quickly. Why is it that people get into bad relationships and they know all of the signs and they know all of the things that they deal with and go through, and they deal with it? I don't really know the answer to this one, but why do people stay in such horrible relationships and deal with all of the mess and the nonsense, and then when they get a good brother, they so quick to just shut it down?
Well, this is a debatable convo that we had this week. So, my point of view is, I think people that get stuck in these type of relationships that's what I'm speaking about is they know it's bad, but in a way they don't. They think over time or certain things they can do, they can change a person. So they stick it out. And we kind of touched on this on a previous show, and we talking about timing.
Yeah.
Some people, like I say, they stick it out. But the sad part is, you stick it out so much, what happens is you end up draining yourself. So when you finally call it quits, you done did all you can do, gave all you can give, and now you're just done. You just drained. You know what I'm saying? And so when someone else comes who could be that person, you have nothing at that point in time.
Hey, mama.
So it's like you're brushing them. Well, they may feel or it may come off like you brush them off, whatever the case is, but it's because you drain. You don't have nothing for anybody anymore. You barely have enough for yourself. And so because it's probably still fresh from that hurt, because there's no time limit on how long you'll be hurt. So you could still be going through that healing process. So you don't want to, get yourself involved or be bothered with, anyone at that point in time. So again, some people stay around. Some people might say they stayed around too long, but while you in it, you don't know it, because you're thinking, your mentality is saying it's gonna work itself out, because you want it so bad, So you putting so much into it. You're like, I'd invested. I ain't just trying to give up my investment, and you stick around too long. So, like Ronnie said, and then with the wrong person, then with the right person that comes along, she said you kind of like brush them off, but I think it's just because it's not intentional, but it's just that You just drain.
You
And
tired.
you don't even understand that person that you could be be pushing away could be the one who's going to pour back into you.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to say be mindful of it because again, I'm not in, that situation, and I can't tell another person, how to move on and things of that nature. But it came up, is a valid point. And some people do go through it, whereas you, after hindsight, when you do feel yourself getting back into the race, you start to think like, wow, this person, especially if that other person finally gave up on, chasing or whatever, and they found somebody who matches them or whatever. Now you're sitting back like, dang, I didn't give that person the time of day. That could have been the one, but it's not your fault. You're hurt. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You're damaged. So sometimes we got take time to heal ourselves. We don't want to take because, like I said before, hurt people. So I believe you should just go at your own pace. Again, like I said, this was something a debater. Again, I don't know if it's a right or wrong answer because everyone individuality is different. So that's how we look at it. But Vonnie did make a good point though.
Facts. So for those of you joining us tonight, what we did tonight was something different. We are live on Instagram and Facebook as well. If anybody feels like coming on to the conversation, please join us. We welcome it. Hurt people. That's right, Patricia.
Right.
Please join us. If we have any couples that are watching us, or anybody that feels like they want to chime in or anything like that, please feel free to chime in. Pastor Hooker, how are you, my man, my buddy? So we're doing our show on Facebook and Instagram. So anyway, what we're talking about is why people get so engrossed in the wrong relationships for so many years and years and years, and they put up with cheating, they put up with abuse, they put up with beating, they put up with lying, they put up with everything, and it's okay, I'm in it. And then when they finally break up and leave that person alone and they get in a good relationship,
they sabotage it.
Sabotage. That is the word.
They sabotage it because again, they never healed from that previous hurt.
What's going on, Heidi? Congratulations on the baby. And sabotage. How many relationship sabotagers do we have? I could say I used to be a sabotager. I would mess up anything good that was coming to me just because I felt like I didn't deserve it or it wasn't real. And most of the time it wasn't real. Don't tell nobody.
Yeah, but I
Hey, Sonia, welcome.
some people might sabotage, like the topic tonight. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you should take that time. If you know you haven't healed or you know you're not ready. I mean, I'm not saying you can't entertain, an individual, whatever the case may be, but be mindful that you are in a place that could potentially hurt an innocent person.
Right.
So baby step with them. You know what I mean? Because I understand you might just want to hang out just to let your head down. You ain't really looking for too much. You just don't want to be stuck in the house. Like you said again. But the other person has to also understand that you went through something. So a friend of mine, I forgot who. Oh, Corey. A friend of mine named Corey actually posted something that was very profound. He said that when women are going through something, hurt or whatever, just bad day, whatever have you, and a guy approached them, and they come off. Kind of trying to brush you off or whatever you think, are they too good or she thinks she cute or whatever. Mm-hmm. Let's not be so mindful or jump to the negative, you know what I'm saying? Because again, we don't know what that person went through. And I never thought of it that way. So let's be gentle, you know what I mean? When they come off like that, I apologize, I just want you to have a good day. And women, sometimes when guys are speaking, guess what? They really just speaking. It's not always that guy's trying to pick you up. Oh, you look lovely today.
I had a guy today that did that. He basically was like, oh, you need your sunglasses for your beautiful eyes, and oh, you look so good today. And then I just was kind of giving him nervous, like, thank you, and then he said, oh, I respect your ring. I see it. Trust me. He said, I'm just letting you know. You're a nice looking young lady. I respect that. We got a comment on the floor. It says, sometimes people feel that it's easier to deal with the evil that you know rather than the evil that you don't. I can't see the whole comment. Hold on. Let me see if I can see more. Aha. It's a sad logic, but deep down there is no self-love or self-worth. You know what? I'm glad you said that, because one of the things that I felt was that there does have to be a problem with self-esteem in order to deal with certain things.
Yeah, and it's crazy because some and I feel sorry for you ladies, but you know what? I guess some men too, they go through that because it's unfair that you might get involved with an individual that recognizes that instead of trying to help you with it, they take advantage of it. But yes, that's a good one because you're right. Again, I know a situation. Young lady was in this relationship. It was bad. They knew it was bad. Everyone knew it was bad. I mean, it was bad, and but they stayed because they felt like they couldn't. They was content and they was comfortable because they didn't believe in themselves enough that they think they can go out and entertain someone else. I don't know if it's they just felt like they didn't fit in certain circles, and they was content with this one little small circle because that's what they knew. This person seemed like he was comfortable, okay with it. In hindsight, that went on for years. He eventually left because of she didn't fit in a certain circle. He couldn't take her certain places and things of this nature. And instead of trying to help her, again, I don't know if he did or didn't, but I'm just saying if he didn't, instead of trying to help her, you know what I'm saying? Because if you want to be worried, you know the circles you run in, you want to, try to help her be comfortable enough, instead of just, she just don't have it and just leave. And now she's stuck, because again, she became like a hermit. Because she doesn't like to go out and meet people and things of that nature. So, again, I don't know the full conversation, but I know that he was hurt by it. And I understood, not him leaving, but I understood what he was saying. I just thought, I didn't think back then, but now, in hindsight, looking at it, I think he should have just, if he really wanted it, bring it to the forefront and, introduce her to new things, certain things, whatever the case may be. So like Ronnie says, it's a self-esteem thing.
Right, and the other thing, too, not just in relationships, but how are people dealing with that in marriages? Because when you're in a marriage and it's just constantly bad here, bad there, you get lied to, there are other baby mamas that came after you, things like that, and you have pledged death, till death do us part, and you're going to stick through it all, and how do you deal with that?
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because nowadays everybody just chucks the deuces and signs some papers.
Yeah, I don't, and that's one thing about my generation. And I'm not speaking for everybody in my generation. I'm just what I see as a trend. We too quick to give up. We don't fight, or we fight minimum. We don't put our all in. And I always say, two generations prior, they didn't do that. I never seen that in my grandmother's generation. They fought, regardless, wrong, right, and different. No one's leaving. The man's still gonna do what he's gonna do. The woman's still gonna do what she's gonna do, whatever, and they deal with it.
Yeah.
Because they honored the vows. I don't know if it came with the because some of the stuff that happens, I still have to say some of the men is to blame because we left so many women out here fending for themselves. So they developed.
Thank you, Sonia.
They developed this self pride thing to a point, and I actually wanted to mention something like this earlier today. And if a woman is doing this, that, if she's doing her job, your job, and another person's job, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do I need you? And I think that trended a generation prior.
I agree. And I think, you know what, you can ask that question on both sides. There are men out here that have women that ask that question. If I'm doing all the cooking, I'm doing all the cleaning, I'm taking care of the kids and working and bringing the money in, what I need you for?
Right.
Because sex is not an answer to everything. And you got women that ask that too. We have to talk about relationships more often and openly. I agree, and that's the purpose of our show. We've been told, we have a lot of followers, and we've been told that what we are discussing are things that people don't want to talk about, and I think that's why a lot of things are failing. We are newlyweds, so we bring questions that may come up in regular topic or discussions with other couples, and we also have a lot of couples that are afraid to talk, to each other, so they talk to us. Do you believe in struggle love, meaning that in marriage, for better or worse, means you get to treat me worse? Some people feel that marriage is a license for disrespect.
No,
That's deep.
Who's it from? Some man or woman?
That's from Patricia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, actually, that's wrong. Point blank.
I don't think so.
To have a license to disrespect someone.
Some people, I believe that some people, I'm not going to say man or woman, get into marriage to keep that person. Sometimes you have a woman that wants to be married and a man that really doesn't, but he want to go do what he want to do, but he don't want to lose her either. So he marries her because he know, I'm married to you now, you ain't going to leave me. And then he go do whatever he want to do because he got her.
Right. No, I'm saying that. No, right. I'm agreeing. I'm saying that's wrong to do.
Oh, to do it.
Yeah.
See, I need to learn to listen.
So, because no, she was saying that some people feel that way. And I'm like, no, that's totally wrong. You should never feel that way. I mean, because at the end of the day, you're still dealing with another adult, another human. So they're not an animal or some type of pet.
Some people get too comfortable and don't respect and value their spouse after marriage. That is very true. And the comfortable, that is what I was saying when I say you have these conversations from men or women that may say, hey, I'm doing the cooking, I'm doing the cleaning, I'm doing the kids, I'm doing finances, I'm doing this, that, and the other. And you're not doing anything because they want to be comfortable. So on Instagram, we have someone that wants to come on live in the discussion. We're going to attempt to allow them to do that. In the meantime, continue. Sometimes you have guys that get very comfortable,
and
women that get very comfortable, and they are so used to that person or their spouse doing everything, and they sit back and just chill. You know what? One of the shows we watch all the time that shows that wife swap. Have you guys watched wife swap before? Because basically they switch wives, and the wives often make huge changes in the household. You got some wives that do everything and some wives that do nothing. We saw one wife that did nothing. Her husband came home from work, cooked, did all the cooking, took care of the kids, everything. The wife just sat in the bed yelling out, commands on what he's supposed to do. All right, this is not going through, so I'm gonna stop that. But I agree, Patricia. People get too comfortable in their relationship, and hey, Jeanette, how's it going? And instead of respecting and appreciating their spouse and chipping in or pitching in, they end up and I just said that too, they get very comfortable, and some of them even cheat because they're used to coming home and everything's done.
That's again something else. Dan, we sent you the request to come on. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, looks like you requested to come on live and have a discussion. We sent you the request, but it's not working. It's okay. We're on Facebook and Instagram, so yeah. So go ahead, baby.
Yeah. What you just said, baby?
Baby,
What
I was
did you say?
talking about see, Mama threw me off on that one. I was talking about how even sometimes they get so comfortable with everything always being done for them that they cheat.
So, that's something, again, we kind of talked about earlier today.
He should have stayed single is the comment that we got over here.
So
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But some people are selfish, you know?
True. So, we kind of touched on that earlier today in the conversation Juan and I had. When someone get too comfortable because the other person does so much, not knowing that everything that person is doing, they making it look easy, or at least making it look like they got it all under control. That the other party could be, like you said, get content because they got it, or he got it or she got it, not knowing they're really drowning. So let's say for instance, I'm going to speak from the man point of view, because we bred to provide and do this, so we put so much pressure on ourselves to make sure we got to go ahead and do this, that, and the other. But you have someone, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have, neither one of you should have to stress or struggle over, you know what I'm saying? Or even if you do, as long as you know you're doing it together, look,
right.
we got to tighten up on some stuff. We don't have to struggle this month or whatever the case may be.
Because one person can't handle it all. You know?
Right. So, we just have to be mindful of that. So Ronnie, and this came up in another conversation, made a comment of why they have to say something. Another person should just jump in. Again, maybe they didn't. It's not done on purpose. It's just because they have got content. You have spoiled them to a point, So they like, this is the normal routine.
Mm-hmm. That's what
so
you
do. And by the time you say something, then it's like, you changed, you switching up because you didn't let it build up so much. Combustible
communication.
So you didn't let it build up. Now when it comes out, it's like raw. You like, she tripping or he tripping, da da da. When it's just been slow. So sometimes, men, women, just slightly pay attention. You know what I'm saying? So for us, like Ronnie's, I'm not gonna say she's a neat freak, but she just like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not in tune to it as much as she is in tune to it. So whereas, like, of course, we have a dog with her, he sheds, right? So she said, I gotta sweep this dog's head every day. It doesn't compute to me because I don't look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at it like she looks at it. So it might not be a bigger deal to me. So it's not that I'm ignoring what she's saying, it's that she's more in tune to certain things than I am. So unless certain things is pointed out, I'm like, I didn't think,
Hey, auntie.
Some hair on the steps or whatever. But
we got a comment. Compromise doesn't mean you do what you like and your spouse do what you don't like. You both have to do what you don't like to make the home equal. So basically, sometimes compromising is doing something that you don't like, so that everybody is happy,
Yeah. I mean, again, it's not even. Yes, that's correct. And I don't even look at it as making someone happy. I just feel, when I look at a relationship, like I said, I look at it as a job, right? So I don't like to get up and go to work every day, but I have to. The full time job, even with my cooking, whatever, much as I love it, them all day, all nights and all day cooking, whatever, I don't be really want to do all of that, but I have to, right?
You're right.
So in a relationship, certain things, like, now I might not do it all the time. Ron will be like, hey, babe, let's go to. I don't want to go all the time, but sometimes I know I have to do it. You know what I'm saying? As long as I feel, this is just me, as long as my yes is more than my no's, I feel like I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
No's are more than his yeses.
That is not true.
Yes, it is.
That is not true.
I just asked, could I get a new TV? He said no.
We
No.
don't need a TV.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
We might not, but I wanted a bigger one.
Exactly. So
no.
yeah. But for the most part, my yeses are more than my no's. Now that doesn't mean every time I ask me to do something, I do it. No, you know what I'm saying. Just like every time I ask her to do something, she's not gonna do it. I don't feel like doing it today, and that's fine. Again, loans, the yeses outweighs the no's. I know another situation. It was a situation going on with a couple, and he felt that the wife wasn't living up to a certain part, right? He wanted certain things done. And he said, I don't have a problem with her going out or doing anything. I'm just saying make sure home is taken care of first. So before you start planning to go out somewhere, be like, well, hold on, let me check. Hey, you guys eat? If not, let me go and get this dinner on the stove or get, or whatever. As long as she do her what she has to do before you start making plans to go out. So you shouldn't be out more. When you start looking at the month or whatever case is and you realize, dang, I went out with my girlfriends or hanging with my boys, it's 30 days a month. I was with them 20.
Mm-hmm.
I only really was with my wife 5 days. You know what I'm saying? Like, the math doesn't add up. And so you have to be mindful. And that's just, again, the way I look at things. I got to look at it from a math standpoint. Okay, if I'm about to go out, if I want to, go see a fight or a football game or whatever the case may be, I'm going to be this trying to.
Mm-hmm.
So I just I make sure I put enough time on the other end before I go deciding to go do what I want to do.
Hey, Miss Deborah. Yeah. So that's our conversation today. We usually only do a half an hour of our show. You can find us on Instagram at the Dre and Ro Show. And also, we ask that you guys, we have a conversation every Tuesday at 7:30 called Tuesday Talks, and it goes like this. We talk about things that a lot of people don't want to talk about. But what we ask is that you go to our YouTube page and click that subscribe button. Please help us out and subscribe to our YouTube page. Also, the Dre and Ro Show. We have a lot of subscribers there. We have a lot of people. You can ask your questions. You can inbox us, ask us anything. A lot of the topics that we discuss are topics that people have brought to us that they wish to talk about. If you have any topics that you want to discuss, hey Robin, or anything that you don't feel comfortable about talking about, just bring it to us and we'll talk about it. But again, please go to YouTube, the Dre and Ro Show, and hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much, Sonia. Appreciate you. Miss you too, lots.
Yeah, and when you guys go there, like I said, if you can take a friend with you when you go there, have them subscribe. Make sure you let them know to subscribe. Just because we found out that when people were just sharing our link, they just sharing. They wasn't explaining how to subscribe and things and the importance of it.
We had 68 shares on our page, and they weren't saying anything. Hey, baby girl. So yes, please hit the Dre and Ro Show on YouTube. Go to your YouTube right now. Hit that search, the Dre and Ro Show. Click that red subscribe button for our page. And all of our videos are uploaded every Tuesday night after we talk. And again, reach out to us if there's any questions that you have or if anything you want to talk about that you feel is on your heart, is on your mind. Ro and Dre, so proud of the couple you have become. I love y'all. I love you too, Miss Gail. Love you very much. Hey, Shamika, how's it going? So, we're out. We love y'all. You'll find this video uploaded on our YouTube page shortly. And we hope y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all next Tuesday at 7:30. Peace out.